As the days go on and more information comes out in regards to the MrBeast situation, including accusations against both Jimmy and whatever in the blue hell we're calling that thing over there on the given day, you would think that more high-profile individuals would at least find the cojones to speak out on this, but as you know, MrBeast, he's a bit of a popular guy, so they wouldn't want to ruffle any feathers, even with an ex-employee, which, let's be completely honest, how long until this blows over and Kris just magically walks back into the fold and nobody wants to say a damn thing about it. But let's take a look at the people that are talking about this in comparison with the people that aren't or are giving a limp-wristed response to it. Former MrBeast employee appalled by Ava Kris Tyson Discord leak, which we just looked at, and well, it is appalling. I'm glad they fired me. An ex-MrBeast employee has responded after viewing the messages within the alleged Kris Tyson Discord server leak, stating that he was happy they fired him. Tyson was accused July 21st of grooming a 13-year-old fan named Lava GS, who originally said everything was on the up and up and then retracted his support of Kris, and now, well, we don't have to relive any of that stuff now, come on. A week later, on July 27th, a user named I'm Brain Freak, whatever, posted to their Twitter account claiming to have leaked messages sent by Ava Kris Tyson from the MrBeast public Discord server. These involve screenshots showing Ava allegedly telling minors to post explicit messages on certain channels, posting links to sites, in general chats directed at minors, and other references toward others in the server. Additionally, these leaks came in general chat that everyone on the server has access to, minors included, and then when asked for the ability to remove a not safe for work channel on this public server, Chris's response was, I'm not a parent, that's not my job, that's not my responsibility. Cool stuff. Jake the Viking. Oh yeah, somebody that Kris tried to lob some accusations that ring eerily similar to those levied against him, has spoken out and said, after seeing all this, I'm glad they fired me. Very much so, and I'd imagine if there's anybody else that has skeletons in the old closet to expose about this team, it would definitely be Jake the Viking. Worst decision they ever made, other than hiring Kris, of course. The original leaker, I'm Brain Freak, replied. Meanwhile, others questioned him on his involvement. I was still affiliated with MrBeast. He was 100% in that chat. Jake fired back. There's a reason you don't see my name in these chat logs, because I wasn't in them. Oh yeah, no, because no aliases have been linked to Jake the Viking. Even days after all the leaks have been combed through, he seems to be totally in the clear when it comes to this. But there are some interesting allegations as to whether or not it was actually Jimmy in those leaks, or if this was a one-man, woman, who knows, operation. But outside of, the mid-range commentariat class, not a lot of people are following up with this story, even though it's like the biggest entertainment channel on the biggest entertainment platform in the world. You would think that this would generate maybe a little bit more buzz, but then again, it's probably not, all that algorithmic friendly, if we're being completely honest, as to why, the bigger content creators that are out there, they've either said their piece and are willing to just go ahead and move on until more evidence comes out. They have other important things to talk about, like, I don't really know what these people talk about, but MoistCr1TiKaL being one of, he's one of the bigger commentary channels that's out there, but he took his sweet-ass time to make his initial statement on this, and he was called to the mat for his tepid take by Sneako, of all people, somebody who used to be affiliated with MrBeast for a very short period of time. Now, I'm not going to come out and say that I'm the biggest Sneako fan. I think that he's a dimwit and one of the most disloyal people on the internet that will sell you out for clout in a minute. But even a broken clock can be right twice a day, and these two have quite a bit of history that I followed when it popped off last year, and to be completely honest, Sneako was in the right on it, okay? Outside of saying that, semi-automatic weapons take clips and not magazines, but that was the biggest dunking point, and, everybody thought that Charlie owned him, that time around, because he took out a rifle and he had a couple of handguns. Yeah, whoop-de-doo, it doesn't take away from the fact that you have cake so pedestrian you should put a crosswalk on your teeth. But as Sneako said, MoistCr1TiKaL is not going to talk about the Kris situation because he wants the MrBeast collab. But yeah, and I mean, he's wrong, obviously, as you can see, the community notes swoop in on this one, and this is where I hate the community notes. I think they're right most of the time, but, when there's some weasel language that's in the clarification, I don't know what time it is. MoistCr1TiKaL, aka Charlie, addressed the Ava Kris situation during his stream on July 22nd. He then later uploaded the stream segment to one of his channels, just one of his channels. We don't need to be specific, a link out to that video or anything like that, because the moment that you listen to it would be the moment that you would hear his, very in-depth conversation like, whoa, if there's more information that comes out, this looks really bad, but I don't really know what else to say because, I want to stay monetized and I don't want to really upset anybody, and I also haven't heard anybody else talk about it, so I can't parrot their approved talking points, so it's kind of crazy right now. Yeah, he shared his thoughts on the situation, and yeah, it ends up linking out to this, where old Spicy Charlie would come to play on this. Wish people would actually bother checking if I've talked about something. I talked about it last night on stream when it was all unfolding and posted a short edit from my discussion so even brain-rotted idiots can watch the full thing and see how horrible it is. I will also be making a full video on it as well. So yeah, you had your knee-jerk reaction where you didn't want to upset anybody, but I'll get around to making a full video on it. So yeah, excuse me if people are looking for your response on this and they don't go to your much smaller stream clips channel when they're looking for your response on this gigantic news. But I will also be making a full video on this as well, and I said I was going to. I'm honestly shocked Sneako isn't defending all of this, considering he's arguing against the age of consent for a while now, which ended up leading to, that little goofy-ass shot ends up leading to them having a conversation online, which Charlie looked very stupid in regards to. And yeah, Sneako, for having a 95 IQ, can still run circles around somebody that has an 85 IQ. Sneako destroys Charlie when, and somebody that I don't even like that much. That much implies that I have some sort of reverence for him. Nick Fuentes is a cancer. Okay. Yes. Got brought up. Moist says Fuentes hates Sneako because he isn't white. All while forgetting Sneako and Nick are, thick as thieves, right? Yeah, Moist then proceeds to read a joke that Fuentes made, thinking it was serious, so he's out there joke policing. But I thought Charlie was one of the good ones. He was a free speech advocate. Oh, he's got such good takes. Like, that original idea that he had and that thing that he said about trending topic that, okay. Let's be completely honest. People want to give Asmongold shit, but at least he'll come out with an unpopular take, stand 10 toes down, and defend it. MoistCr1TiKaL is Hassan with longer hair and shittier tattoos. Like, let's just go ahead and make that crystal clear. Because in the moment, he's about as smart as Hassan, okay? When he's in this conversation with Sneako, who, again, I'm not a big fan of at all whatsoever. He ends up cornering Charlie on this, and well, here's the conversation. Here's the viral part of this.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as...
Yeah, exactly. We'll just go back to Charlie's statement on this. He's been arguing against the age of consent for a while now, and now he's going to run back in the stream, okay, in that clip right there. Okay, yeah, as long as age of consent, even for my... Oh, shit. So you're like really stupid off the cuff, huh? That's why you have to really process everything. That's why you have to go into the lab to have a more in-depth video on it. Oh, my God.
Is everyone... parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
So that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have some...
As opposed to chemically transitioning your body, castrating yourself, you're not bringing in a third party? You're doing all that shit at home? Bruh, come on now.
Someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child. I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So, but it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying, I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moist says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Kris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has I believe everyone has the right to do with their body what they want to do.
Oh, do you?
Wow, that is... What? What? Yo, you have to be memeing. That has to be a joke. I'm in shock that somebody is that stupid and that well regarded. But don't worry, guys. He backtracks on his situation. Okay, he backtracks on getting absolutely roasted, and he claims that he misunderstood the question. I beg your pardon. You clarified your stance multiple times, but listen to a little bit of this.
And now I give a perspective on something that immediately gets misconstrued. And I do recognize a lot of it's my fault. I assumed that Sneako was talking in hyperbole about a 9-year-old getting their dick cut off because I didn't have the assumption that anyone thought that is how transitioning works.
When did a 9-year-old get brought up in that clip? You believe him? No, I don't, because he's not even representing the fair context of that. What the hell?
There is, under no circumstances, any legality behind a kid saying, I want to change genders, and then immediately going in and getting their dick cut off. That doesn't happen. I thought he was just talking in hyperbole. Obvious.
Starting the process, you idiot. But no, you... Wow. I don't think anything more can be learned from this other 2 minutes, but I'll link out to everything. But as is posted, and pointed out by this commenter right here, top comment, he 100% understood the question because that question gets asked a lot, and the answers he initially gave is the answer the left uses, so no, he did not misunderstand anything. He's just panicking and is confused since he never been put in this situation before. Actually, to be fair, okay, Fresh and Fit posted a off-record conversation, which was at the conclusion. I don't really think that anything else popped off last year after this conversation was released, where Sneako looked the same way he does in this clip, like a much more reasonable person than Charlie, who, cultivates all of his opinions for the public based on his peers, not on his own thoughts, because when he is exposed behind the scenes, I mean, this is what you end up getting. This is also from, let me just get the proper context on this. All right, this is behind the scenes at a MrBeast video. Oh, okay.
What's up, bro?
Hey, nice
How
to
are
meet
you, dude? I like your videos, dude.
I appreciate
I know
it.
you've talked some shit, but
Everybody hates Logan Paul. Is everyone around Logan just a fucking idiot? I'm always super happy that people don't take it personally. Man.
I don't.
Thank God.
I understand I'm a and I'm here to be a bro. Good to see you, bro.
And also, Prime's pretty fire.
Thanks,
I'm not
bro.
allowed to say that on camera.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro.
I'm not allowed to say that on camera, though. If you unironically want to take that guy's opinion as being the bastion of objectivity, oh, he's a real truth sayer, he's going to speak truth to power, you get what you deserve. Have fun living in an ignorance is bliss existence, not thinking for yourself, just simply getting the NPC update to support the current thing. Shit is absolutely wild. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.